Greetings ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and today I am going to be showing you guys how to properly randomize a Fire Emblem game. Now, what is a randomized Fire Emblem game? It's something that's been really trending in the community as of late. People love doing it. I see people posting screenshots of it, and it seems like they have a blast doing this. So a randomized Fire Emblem game is when you take a game and you randomize all of the different classes of the playable characters in that game. So if you do it with Fire Emblem 7, for example, you could have a lot of hilarious situations where Hector could end up being a dancer or Eliwood could end up being a brigand. It's a lot of fun. So it goes without saying, of course, that the tier 1 units randomize into other tier 1 classes, so you don't run the risk of having Eliwood be a berserker, for example, or Marcus being an archer. Eliwood can become any tier 1 class, and Marcus can become any tier 2 class. And the reason why I think people enjoy this so much is that it can make an old Fire Emblem game feel fresh again. If you play the shit out of Fire Emblem 7, so many times you can basically do it in your sleep, it could be very fun to play it again with different classes. So that's why I think a lot of people enjoy doing it. Now, it's not such a simple task. It's not just downloading a patch and adding it to an emulator. You actually need a specific program to do it. And in this video, I'm going to be going through it step by step, because I spent a good 20 minutes figuring this shit out. So now you guys can watch me do it, and you can learn from it if you don't know how to do it yourself. So in this folder is everything we need to randomize our Fire Emblem game. I'm going to be providing links in the video description to where you can get all of this stuff. The only thing I won't be providing a link to is how to get the ROM itself, because that's illegal and I don't want to risk my channel getting a strike. So I'm going to be showing you the name, of course, of the ROM itself. So I think most of you guys have the brain capacity to go and find the Fire Emblem 7 ROM online. Anyway, so the first thing I have right here is a backup folder. This basically just provides the ROM file. Always copy your file and put it into a backup folder, because sometimes when you patch a ROM, you can corrupt it, and it's really annoying if you have to go and download it again from the nets. Just put it in a backup folder. Then we have Event Assembler, which is the program I'll be using to randomize the game itself. It's kind of like a patch program. Think of it as a NUPS program, sort of. And I'll be showing you exactly how to use it. Then we have the ROM itself. I use an American Fire Emblem 7 ROM. This one, at least to my knowledge, doesn't cause any bugs, so it's the best ROM to use. Then we have the actual randomizing program itself. It's going to be creating a file that we can use to patch the game. Then we have NUPS, and the reason why I'm having NUPS here is because this particular Fire Emblem 7 randomizing program actually came with a fix patch. And you don't need to apply this patch, but I highly recommend you should, because it fixes a lot of bugs that can occur when randomizing. It fixes a lot of units that can have like negative stats and shit. It can fix some game freezing or glitching. So you should patch the ROM with this patch before randomizing it. You have to do it before, not after. If you first randomize and then apply the patch is not going to work. So in case you don't know how NUPS works, basically you press NUPS and you apply a file to patch, which is basically the ROM, and the UPS patch itself, which is the fix. It's called a fix patch. And then you press patch, and it says patching has been done, and that's it. You don't need to do this, but you should. And this file actually shouldn't be here yet, so I'm going to delete it. And then you need a save game. And the reason why you want a save game is you don't want to be playing the tutorial now, do you? You want to jump straight into Hector Eliwood's story, or in my case, I'd like to do it on hard mode right away. So I've downloaded this save game from GameShark Files. I do believe that's what it's called. And I would just like to show you something extra. In case your emulator don't know how to run SPS files, and in my case I'm using Visual Boy Advanced, so if I try to open up Fire Emblem 7 and I try to load this save game, it's going to say unsupported file type. If I try to load the game, it's not going to show up. Now, how do you fix this? It's actually really simple. I just want to delete this. I don't want it in my folder. It's just a clean save. Basically, what you do is you first open up the Fire Emblem 7 ROM, then you press File, Import, GameShark Snapshots, and then the file actually pops up. It will ask you if you want to reset or erase any save games. You press OK. And voila, you have a Fire Emblem 7 ROM with hard mode unlocked. So it's something that is really nice to know, because I struggled a lot with this. I tried to find a save game converter program and shit like that, and nothing really worked. And then someone told me it was as simple as pressing File, import GameShark snapshot, and you can then load the SGM save file. And that's something that's really nice to know, or SPS save file is called. Anyway, so now that we've patched the fix patch onto the ROM, I'm going to be opening up the Fire Emblem 7 randomizer. It's going to say blah blah blah, and then it wants me to type a name of the text file. Now it doesn't matter what kind of name you pick, but it's nice if you call them random 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in case you want to do multiple randomizers. For example, you may not be happy with the first one you get, you may not like the initial units and you want to try it again. You can create multiple ones if you want to, so you can like pick and choose pretty much. So I'm just going to be calling it random 1. Now it asks us if you want to keep Eliwood as a lord. You might want to keep the lords as lords because you could bug the game out a little bit or create some very, very annoying situations. Like, for example, if Hector becomes a dancer and you want to play Hector hard mode, you're not going to be able to complete the first map because Hector can't fight. So in some cases you want to keep the lords as lords, but in my case I'm going to randomize the lords as well. It asks us if we want to keep Hector's original class. I'm going to say no. And then it says finished. And now it generated a text file called random1. So what do we do now? We go to Event Assembler. We open up Event Assembler. It wants us to find the text, which is called random1, and then the ROM, which is here. And then we're going to press Assemble. It says finished, no errors or warnings. Please continue being awesome. Thank you. And now, when we open up the ROM, like now, it should be randomized. Oh, right. we want to load the. We want to, of course, we want to load the save game, of course. So we want to go to GameShark snapshot, and we want to be loading this one right here. So do remember to do this and make a save file the moment you do it. That way, you can skip the prologue and you can go straight to Eliwood hard mode. And if I go into the game right now, just to show you guys exactly, I'm not going to be creating a new tactician for now. We can see that Rebecca is a mercenary, Lowen is a soldier, Marcus is a berserker, and Eliwood is a fighter. So this could be a lot of fun. So I'm actually going to be using this particular randomizer for my Let's Play. So this will be how we're going to do it. And I'm looking very much forward to it. So I hope you guys are as well. Now you can go and play some randomized Fire Emblem of your own. I do believe you can randomize both Fire Emblem 6 and Fire Emblem 8. I'm not sure about the other games. I haven't really checked it out. But this should be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will enjoy watching it. And I'm going to be including a link to the first episode of the Let's Play, which should already be out by the time I upload this episode, so you can go and watch it. At any rate, please consider leaving a like and a comment if you found this guide or tutorial helpful. And as always, my name has been Mangs. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.